Section 1. Royalties, what they are and why they matter. In business, companies often form partnerships to leverage each other's strengths. A common arrangement is for a multinational corporation, MNC, to license its technology, brand, or expertise to a local company in another country. This allows the local company to manufacture or sell products using the MNC's established framework. In return, the local subsidiary pays a fee to the MNC, known as a royalty. Think of royalties as a kind of rent. Imagine you own a beautiful house and decide to rent it out. The tenant enjoys living there and you receive regular payments. Similarly, royalties are payments made for the right to use another company's valuable assets, like trademarks or patents. These assets represent the MNC's innovation and research. Royalties incentivize companies to invest in research and development, knowing they can recoup their investments through licensing agreements. They facilitate the transfer of technology and knowledge across borders, benefiting both the MNC and the local economy. Section 2. The Indian Royalty Predicament. A growing concern. In India, royalties paid by local subsidiaries to their foreign parent MNCs have sparked debate among investors. While standard globally, their application in India raises questions about fairness and transparency. Indian investors are increasingly dissatisfied with what they see as exorbitant royalty rates, impacting profitability and shareholder returns. A primary concern is the lack of transparency surrounding royalty agreements. Often, details are not publicly disclosed, making it difficult to assess fairness. This has led to speculation that MNCs use royalties to siphon profits out of India rather than reinvesting locally. The sentiment is strong in sectors like pharmaceuticals and consumer goods, where royalties are a significant operating cost. Adding to the unease are concerns about potential tax implications, with some arguing that high royalties could reduce tax liabilities in India. Section 3. The price of innovation. Financial implications for Indian subsidiaries. High royalty payments significantly impact Indian subsidiaries' finances. They eat into profits, leaving less money for growth and expansion. This hampers their ability to compete effectively, potentially stifling innovation and job creation. Critics argue that current rates are disproportionately high, placing an undue burden on Indian subsidiaries. High royalties can also impact the valuation of Indian subsidiaries, making them less attractive to investors. When a significant portion of profits is siphoned off as royalties, it reduces earnings available to shareholders. This can lead to lower dividends and depressed stock prices, making it challenging to raise capital. The issue extends beyond individual companies, affecting the broader Indian economy. High royalties represent a drain on foreign exchange reserves, putting pressure on the Indian rupee and impacting the balance of payments. Section 4. Bridging the gap. Policy recommendations and the path forward. Addressing the royalty dilemma in India requires policy changes, increased transparency, and a shift in mindset. The Indian government should introduce clearer guidelines and regulations regarding royalty payments. This could involve setting limits on royalty rates in certain sectors or requiring public disclosure of royalty agreements. Such measures would increase transparency and help allay investor concerns. The government should also strengthen India's intellectual property rights regime and incentivize domestic innovation. Indian subsidiaries need to be more assertive in negotiating royalty agreements with their parent MNCs. This requires understanding the value of the intellectual property being licensed and exploring alternative arrangements. MNCs need to recognize that excessive royalty payments can be counterproductive, leading to resentment. A more collaborative approach, where royalty rates are seen as a tool for mutual benefit, would be more sustainable in the long run.